Hello, I'm here on the bike again and at Longhua Pagoda again. If you watched my Empire of the Sun video, then you'll know that that's linked to an airport. It was actually the first airport here in Shanghai, and it's long since gone. And I'm going to show you some of the remnants, some of the pieces that are still around if you know where to look for the Longhua airstrip. It's quite busy today because it's actually a public holiday here. It is Labor Day weekend. And that's why there's a lot of people out. William is also joining on this trip. The Longhua Pagoda is only 400 meters that way, and what we have here is the original terminal. This was built in the early 1930s. The dates are a bit complicated, but there was something here, probably just a field strip, as early as 1922, and the airport was closed in 1966. Its golden era was in the 30s and 40s. Even though the airport closed in 1966, Hongqiao took over services as early as 1950, so this building became somewhat disused and it turned into a hotel and restaurant. It's been like this in this state ever since I've been in Shanghai, and that's been, quite some time. And there on the other side of the building is what I can only assume was the original air traffic control observation room. With the terminal just behind me, we swing around here, and then what we have is the Shanghai Civil Aviation College. As we turn left past that college, we're actually on to the strip now. So this long straight road here is actually the original airstrip. And here at the northern end of the airstrip we have some COMAC offices. COMAC is basically the state-owned aviation company here in China. I can't remember what COMAC stands for, I'll put it down at the bottom. So here we are pretty much near the northern end of the runway. Oh, here, there it is. So there's the tail of a plane which is underneath this shed here. We can't really get a decent view of it. I don't even know what plane it is. A Hainan Airlines, and I don't know what it is, a Boeing 737-300, quite dusty, probably used to study or educate people with. Let's carry on. So that's part of the college. So after seeing the plane, we continue down on the airstrip, which you can see has been converted into a road, obviously. And then on the right-hand side, we've got this new park area, which has got some waterways, and if you can see beyond the trees there, some kids playing area as well, and some restaurants behind that. Let's carry on down here. There is also line 11 metro line here as well. The conversion of this park started in around about 2015, I believe, and it was completed about 2 years ago. Now we're getting on to the southern end of the strip. Now these buildings here, or everything around here, is Shanghai's kind of focus on the AI future. There's a mall just behind us, maybe you can see it. It's called AI Plaza. We've actually got a second line 11 metro station on the overall strip. What we've done now is gone around and turned north as part of that office development. I know that we've got Lamborghini and Rolls-Royce shops there, and then we'll see one or two other warehouses up ahead. We're basically going to go along the banks of the river in a moment. And what we've got here actually is part of, there used to be a lot of concrete, I think, delivered here, so that's what that it's now the Art Dome on the West Bund, I think. Yep, West Bund Dome. One of the other things that is a remnant of the airstrip is these tankers. So I believe these used to be the aviation fuel tankers, and they've been converted into tank now, which is another artist area. But there are certainly some other warehouse looking buildings here which were previous hangars for aircraft. You can see there in the distance. And there finally you can actually see the Riverside. We're kind of south of where we've been before. I'll put a link again. The airport actually did use amphibious planes. In fact, it was very famous for that, and apparently the largest users of amphibious planes in the Far East. Used to be yours, but the owner passed away, so the name has changed, or it may even have closed, but this certainly was a hangar for aircraft. It's looking closed to me, which would be a shame, because it used to be a fairly decent place. To show you the fairly obviously aircraft. So what do we have there? Hall E. Ah, I was wondering if this was open. No, there's another one. So we go further north, back north again on this bike Riverside path. There's the river, and there's the pathway. And we have this kind of, it's almost like a watchtower for the Riverside around here. Things are getting quite busy. There's a coffee expo going on, I think. I'm gonna be a little bit naughty, so we're going underneath a little bridge. You can see with the Riverside still there. Just came over that bridge. We're pretty much north of the airport now, I think, because the airport ends where that water inlet is, and we've got a lot of people out. I think this is the coffee exhibition. I did the coffee 2023. I think it was the inaugural coffee expo last year, but it looks just like a market to me. I don't see coffee yet. Maybe that's further north on the West Bund here. Finally we get to the Riverside, which we've seen many times before. And aviation aside, here on the West Bund I can actually see things stretching quite a way into the distance. It might be coffee up there, and this is just the market here. That market was part of the West Bund International Coffee Lifestyle Festival. I guess it's more the lifestyle bit rather than the coffee bit. Little bit of a camping theme in this area, and I see there's some Avatar EV car sponsorship. And there isn't just Avatar, as I would call it. There's also Neo here as well. There's the EC6. So McDonald's, Lavazza, K Coffee, which is KFC obviously. The big hitters up this end. Costa. It's getting into the evening here, and actually part of this festival they have a Cybertruck. So I'm not even sure whether it's available here in China or whether it's just on display, but it's good to see one. Okay, what started out as a brief review of Longhua Airport, linked to Longhua Temple and the first airport here in Shanghai, turned into kind of a busy visit to the West Bund here with the coffee lifestyle fair. Anyway, did you enjoy it, William? Okay, nothing from William. I hope you enjoy it and join me on the next one. Okay, bye-bye. Say bye-bye.